Everybody, I'm back. I'm live again. Like I didn't did like so many lives. I'm live again. Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing? Hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm the infamous Kiki. So good morning, good evening, good night, good day, good morrow, wherever you may be in this stratosphere of life. I'd like to say hi. Um, it's a lovely Sunday, and I just decided to do a live video and like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'm doing a whole series about catfish. I stumbled upon this, like, I knew about catfish. I knew about romance scams, love scams, Tinder swindlers, whatever you want to call it. I knew about all these things. I've seen stories, videos, and everything about scammers. So it's not like I've had my own encounters with scammer. My mom was a victim of a scammer. If you watch my other videos, I have a whole online dating playlist. And so if you go back and watch my videos, I talk about like, my experiences with scams and scammers. Well, not my experience, but my mother's experience. And so I talk about that. Um, I personally, let me just say, I've never been scammed. I've never had anyone I've been contacted by fake profiles online. So of course we all have. I've had people try to hit me up on Instagram because my Instagram is public. So that has happened. That's a whole thing, I think. Just like everybody else has. I think if you have any type of social media, especially if it's public, then you will get hit up by randos. You will get hit up by randos all the time. I'm switching my lights. Y'all see me switching my lights because I don't know which light is better. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you'll get hit up by randos. That's just how it is. You'll just rando accounts. So I definitely check out my online dating playlist. I will connect my other videos to this video. I do I do create most of my videos live instead of saying do live. And so I don't really have a live schedule, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you're notified whenever I go live. I don't do like pre-recorded videos for various reasons, but all my videos are pretty much live. And welcome to anybody who may be in here. I don't have my glasses on. I have I usually there's a glare from my glasses, so I should have put my contacts on, but so I apologize. If I got to get up all the camera and read y'all's chats, then I will read your chats. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. But anyway, so who am I? I am the infamous Kiki. Uh, I had for first and foremost, I'm a mother. Um, I am an artist. I work. I have a regular job. YouTube is not my job. I fell into YouTube by accident. I did a video about that too, about how I fell into YouTube. Um, and so YouTube is not my passion. I just come on here and I just talk, and we just have a conversation. We talk. It's very informal. We just have a talk. Like I said, I'm doing a series. There's a YouTube channel. I am not affiliated with this. It's called Catfish Online. There's another YouTube channel called Trilogy Media. What they do is they interview real people, like real people write into them, and they dig up information about the person they victim, the quote unquote victim, contacts Trilogy Media or Catfish Online and say, hey, I'm talking to somebody and I think that they're fake. Or I think something's up. Can you investigate them? And so they do investigate. They use their website, socialcatfish.com. Again, I'm not affiliated. I'm not an advertiser. This is not a promo. I don't know these people, but I'm a huge subscriber. I'm a subscriber of Trilogy Media and Catfish Online. And I've been binge watching their videos. They have like 5 years worth of people that they have helped. Some people have accused this channel of being fake. Some people have accused Trilogy Media of being fake. And I'm here to tell you, as somebody who gets on Reddit, as somebody's mother who's been scammed by a Nigerian romance scammer, I'm here to tell you that these stories are not fake. I understand they're unbelievable. They're not fake. My last video, I gave statistics. $1.3 billion in the United States is taken by scammers. Not all scammers are romance scammers. Catfish Online and Trilogy Media, that's what they focus on. But no, I told y'all in my last video, they're getting on Twitch, they're getting on Discord, they're befriending you or your children or your niece and nephews. They're befriending 18 to 29-year olds, a lot of males. They're befriending them, being online friends with them, and then asking them for Robux, Steam gift cards, Apple gift cards, and stuff like that. That's how they're getting the young people. Or sometimes they're just asking them to send a little bit of money. Again, if you're getting scammed for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks or $100, most likely you're not going to call the attorney general, or you're not going to call the popo about $100. So again, you get on Reddit online, get into some of these online dating groups on Reddit, these online gaming groups on Reddit, and you will see posts from people talking about people have ghosted them after they've sent them money. Good morning, GSP. Welcome, welcome. So it's not just old people that are being scammed. It's not. It's they're targeting more and more younger people. And again, $20, $30 to a Nigerian go a long way. So for us, 30, 40, $50, your kid has an allowance, he has a part-time job, he or she has an allowance or a part-time job. They send somebody online that they think is their friend. They're not going to tell you about it. They're not going to say anything to their friends about it, about some little girl that they talking to that they got a crush on that's in a Twitch or a Discord group. They're not going to tell you that they're sending this girl $10, $20. You like my makeup? Oh my God. Yeah, I have makeup on today. I'm glad you noticed. Thank you. I don't know how to do makeup, y'all. I try. I put a little effort into it today, but yeah. So don't think it's just old people getting scammed. The age of people getting scammed is between 50 and 64 years of age. So we're not talking about retirees. In America, retirement age is 65. 50-year-olds and 55-year-olds, that 60-year-olds is not old. That's not old people. The median amount of money, the average is 4,400 for older people. But there are plenty more people are getting scammed that don't report it. Again, $20, $30 in Nigeria goes a long way. So don't think that people aren't being scammed. They are, but they're just not telling or reporting it. So the only numbers that we can go by is by the people who actually report it to law enforcement. But there's estimates, these scams are everywhere. There's people asking people to invest, of course, that have nothing to do with scams or romance. That has nothing to do with romance. So just do with scams, but not romance. And they're asking people to invest. So there are investment scams out there that have nothing to do with love. That they're embarrassed. Yeah, and a lot of people are embarrassed. They said that 60% of romance scammers are women, but they reported more. I promise you, there are a bunch of men. Again, if you go on the internet and you get in these groups, you hear a bunch of men talking about they've sent money to women overseas or online or through social media. And like I said, a lot of times it's not a lot of money because they can't really afford to send a lot of money, but they do, but then they don't report it. Again, most people are not going to report sending $500 to somebody or $200. They're not. They're just going to lick their wounds, take their loss, and just move on. GSP says she got a Nigerian Prince letter back in 2004. Thought it was for real. I remember all those Nigerian Prince emails that were going out. Y'all remember them email scams? It was a huge thing. Well, social media is just a continuation of that. Like the Nigerian Prince, or they won, or the lottery one. Y'all remember the lottery one? I won the lottery, and I can't get the money out, and people would fall for this. People would, it wasn't romance scams. It was just money making schemes. It was before I knew. Yeah, yeah. It was, yeah, through the email. They saying, "Oh, I won the lottery, or I got an inheritance and I need your help to get the money out." Like, it was so convoluted. Like, I used to get those things all the time. Well, they've moved off of email and they're on social media. So I've explained that. So the scammers have messed up things for a lot of people. Not only duping people out of money, y'all got to understand, people are getting duped out of money, and people are like taking their own lives, y'all. Like, this is how serious this is. There are people, older people, younger people out there that are spending their life savings on these scammers, and they are getting destitute, and these people are taking their own lives. So you got to understand, this is real. This is serious. It's not actors. These people really be on Catfish Online crying because Their families have turned against them a lot of times. They've squandered their children's inheritance or grandkids' inheritance. They're embarrassed, they're ashamed. Some people are homeless. Some people get in trouble with the law for money laundering. So this is real. This is a real thing. In the news recently, there was a lady in Las Vegas that I believe it was Las Vegas, on all over CBS News. They did a whole CBS News did a whole they're doing their whole series about online scammers and romance scams. This lady disappeared. She was found in the water somewhere. They think this lady took her own life. Her daughter is not convinced. But this lady wasn't that old. I think she was like 63. She gave all this money to this romance scam. This is hard to trace them back when they're in another country. Okay. Then in the news was a 70-year-old lady in Oklahoma, in my neck of the woods. I'm in Texas. She was in Oklahoma. This 70-year-old lady robbed a bank with a weapon. She had that burner, she had that heater. She came up to the bank, was a stick up kid. Like she was like, brat, brat, give me your money, brat, brat. This lady was sticking them up at 70 and turned around and got caught like the next day. It turns out the reason why she only got $500 from sticking up a bank, y'all. She didn't get a lot. It turned out she was a victim of a scammer. That's why she went and robbed that bank. Brat, brat. Yeah, you saw that lady rob the bank? It was all over the news. It made national news. I saw YouTubers do videos about it. Y'all, if y'all watch Know the Ledge, y'all watch Trey. I don't know if y'all know who Trey is, but I watch Trey. I've been watching Trey for like 5 years. He used to be known as Know the Ledge. Trey, the Trey King show. And yeah, he did about this 70-year-old lady. It was all over the news about this 70-year-old lady. This poor lady, she was taken by a romance scammer. So that's why she was up there talking about bruh, break yourself, fool. She was setting it off like Jada Pinkett up in there. I was like, Lord, Granny is armed and she ain't playing. She talking about put it all in the bag, put it in the bag. Like, I'm not laughing because that lady was desperate, but then I'm kind of laughing because she was 70 and she was out here robbing. This lady had never been in trouble in her life. No past criminal history, nothing. She was just so destitute and was scammed. And so she was desperate for money. GSP, y'all laughing. She's setting it off like Queen Latifah up in here, girl. I was like, Granny is armed and she don't give a F. Okay, I'm not trying to. I mean, she finna go to jail. That poor old lady. Like, I feel bad for her, because these scammers be making people do all kinds of strange things. Or you hear the other story in the news about that old man that shot that Uber driver, that black lady, because they had set this man up and the lady up. Did y'all see that about the old white man that shot the black? Oh, she was an older lady too, in her 60s. And she got a call. She an Uber driver. She got a call to go pick up a package because y'all, Uber picks up packages. So that's the thing now. Uber picks up packages and takes them to the post office or FedEx or whatever. It's a new thing now. So, if you saw this story, you saw the lady, and it was very sad. The old man ended up shooting this lady, the Uber driver. She didn't know what was going on. Like, she's like, I'm just here to pick up a package. These scammers was calling him, talking about, we're sending somebody to your house, blah, 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 blah. And news alert, it turned out that the person who was scamming this old man was actually one of his relatives. So, it wasn't a online scammer or nothing like that. It was actually somebody that he knew that was scamming him. And so they were going to pick up. So they called an Uber driver. She shows up at the guy's door. He thinks she's part of the scam. She's like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here to pick up a package. He pulls out his gun and ends up taking this lady's life. So, yeah, this is how a scam can go wrong. But I didn't know Uber pick up packages. But yes, Uber, that's a new thing, that they pick up packages. So I be careful, y'all. It's dangerous out in here in these streets. So, so scammers can do some real stuff. But the thing that people don't really talk about, how scammers is messing things up, is for online daters, for real online daters like yours truly. I'm an online dater on various online websites. I've had many videos talking about my online dating adventures. I have cooled down considerably in the past couple of months. I haven't been on the website, the sites, the apps, whatever, in months now, because it's just, we all know, for those of you who online dating watch this, we all know online dating is a dumpster fire. There are liars, there are scammers, there are catfishers, all kinds of things online. We know that. But unfortunately, online dating is a necessary evil. It's to the point where now you can't really meet anyone unless you're online dating. So unfortunately, online dating is not going anywhere. It has increased since 2017. There are more online dating sites popping up all the time. Like I can't even keep track. There's so many different ones. There's a new one called Iris that I haven't checked out. But there's the big ones like Hinge and Bumble and Tinder and POF. And then there's a whole bunch of like little smaller ones. Some for Christians, some for seniors, all kinds of online dating sites. Soon it'll be AI dates. I'm still going to do my video. I'm still doing my research of how AI is going to change dating. It's going to change scamming and dating app for the worst. So y'all enjoy it while you can. To me, this is the calm before the storm. AI is going to come and it's going to wreck everything. It's going to ruin dating. It's going to change dating apps forever. I don't know how they're going to deal with it. I don't know if they're preparing for it, but I'm telling you right now, you can't reverse image search a AI person. There's a story I saw online where that a AI, they used a fake AI lady that duped men out of $30,000. She was fake. When AI video is going to increase and be more accessible, so people are going to make whole videos, pictures, everything about it with fictitious people. But this AI chick, I mean, unless you really train, you would look at the pictures and just think she was a model. But the pictures, I can show y'all some pictures of realistic AI people where you can see the pores on their face. Now the scammers are just doing cheap pictures that they steal off the internet. But AI is going to change the game, y'all. This is the calm before the storm. You're not going to be able to reverse image search. You're not going to be able to tell whether the videos are fake or not. They're gonna make videos to where they have audio. People are gonna add audio to videos. Like you're not gonna be able to tell really, they're gonna have it to where you'll be able to do lives with AI and you're not gonna be able to tell whether these people are real or fake. So my condolences ahead of time to all the people. You're really gonna have to do your due diligence. Because AI, I'm gonna do a whole video about AI. The way I'm researching it, it sounds like a nightmare. It is such a nightmare, y'all. I'm just like, what? The more AI technology is beautiful as an artist, I appreciate AI technology. I want to learn how to do AI technology. I'm a self-taught digital artist, so I know how to do digital art, and I want to be able to divulge and maybe take a class on AI, and how to do AI art because it's to me it's wondrous and it's beautiful and I love technology. But then I can see how this is going to change things for dating forever. So I tell people stick to local people. The way to stop all of that is stop dating people 1,000 miles away. Stop dating people on oil rigs or in the military or on ships or a plastic surgeon in Dubai that parents are from Spain. Stop that. The best thing to combat that is to stay local. Do not. I'm just telling y'all. This is the calm before the storm. Because when people are dating, there are more and more people that are dating people out of state, out of country. It is crazy to me. I don't want to date anyone out of state. I don't want to date anybody far. I need a real relationship. I don't want a long distance relationship. I don't want a phone or a text relationship. I want somebody here with me that I can do things with. Now, I understand that's different for everybody. I get it. And I get it that some people fall into the romantic notion that, love may be found everywhere. I can't do a long distance relationship. I just can't. I'm not built that way. I'm just my needs, my emotional needs, my physical needs are not built that way. So I'm just saying that right now. But AI is gonna, talking about the hands or giveaway. I've seen people AI things where they have six fingers on each hand. But again, when people are looking and desperate for someone to talk to, it's the conversation. They're not really looking at the fact that the pics are AI. So yeah, it's changed. But like I was saying, the thing that people don't talk about is how scammers have messed it up for those of us online. I have been accused many times of being fake. I have had men ask me all kinds of weirdo, obtrusive questions. Questions that really won't do anything. Like if you're gonna, because again, I date local people. I only talk to dudes within like an hour away from where I'm at, which severely limits and probably the reason why I'm single. But I can't do a long distance relationship. Logistically, it doesn't work for me. I have children that I can't just up and take off on the weekend and leave them here. So that don't work for me. But I've had people ask me all kinds of weird questions, but which what they should be asking if someone is local is asking about the streets and the locations or whatever if we live in the same area and asking about the weather. But a lot of times people aren't that clever, they don't really know. But what's happening is that I've had talked to guys who are like, "Oh, I didn't click on your profile because I thought you were fake." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I've been told this many times that, when I post pictures online, again, I tell y'all, when I come do my YouTube videos, y'all may see me with no makeup on. Y'all may see me with a turban on. But when I'm online dating, I take good pictures. I know how I took photography in the school, so I know how to do my angles. I know how to do my angles. I can do good pictures, okay? The picture that you see on your thumbnails me with different colored hair. How I change my hair changes my looks. It depends, being a black woman 101. Whenever we change our hair color, it really it being a black person, it matches the undertones of your skin. And so things, you can look even a different skin tone color depending on lighting and hair color. So a lot of times my hair is a honey color. This is the darkest my hair has been. Probably because you're naturally pretty and you add the makeup. Yeah. And then when I do my pictures, my face is beat to the gods. Okay. Here, I just got eyeliner, eyeshadow on, and some lip gloss. When I do my pictures and when I go dating, my face is beat. I do take time to put makeup on. 9 times out of 10, when I do take my pictures, I'm fixing to go somewhere fancy. So I'll like, oh, I'm looking good. Let me take a picture real quick, and I'll save that picture and put it on my online. My pictures are recent. I don't kitten fish, which kitten fish is when people use pictures from 5, 10, 20 years ago. I don't do that. All my pictures are recent. All my pictures are within a month or two, or a week or two. All my pictures are recent. However, again, I have had men tell me that they have not clicked on me online because they just assume that that my profile was fake. There are not just scammers online. There are online dating. There are cam girls. There are OnlyFans. There are people looking for people to join their OnlyFans. There are influencers. There's internet models on there that don't tell you that they're internet models or they have an internet business. And they get, yes, I know this sounds crazy, but they get on online dating apps. So instead of advertise, I've seen tattoo artists, I've seen influencers, I've seen internet models, I've seen a lot of what do you call it? When you're in the gym and you need somebody to work out with you privately. What is that called? Oh my God, I'm having a senior moment. Personal trainers. I've seen a lot of personal trainers on dating apps. They're there to get clients. They're not really there to date. They'll talk to you, but then it always leads into, do you need someone to help you? Like, so there are people online with businesses selling services, whether they be adult intimate services or just services, services, uh, that are on dating apps. As to why these people are on dating apps, I don't. If it works for you, you do you, boo. I don't know, but I don't trust personal Why? What is wrong with personal? I've had personal trainers. Anyway, so there are people online with all kinds of motivations other than just love. Okay, so I get it. People see my profile. I've been called an escort. I've even been called a prostitute. Like people are like, "Well, how much you charging?" I was like, Excuse me." I'm like, so I just did a short saying that, a PSA saying I am not an escort. I am not a prostitute. I am not a cam girl. I've been accused of oh, well, what website do you have? I'm like, what website do I? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, you think I'm a cam? And I'm not knocking nobody hustle. Let me tell you right now, I'm not knocking anybody. If you got an OnlyFans, I'm not here to shame you. Get your bag. If you got a website that's about feet and you showing your feet and you charging these dudes $15 a foot picture, I know somebody who does that. I'm like, wow, I'm in the wrong business. So do your thing. I am not here to shame anybody for being in the adult entertainment industry because it pays very well. I've told y'all before, I got a friend that's a cam girl and she makes like $8,000 to $10,000 a month. So do your thing, on camera by herself. And not all of it is her doing, intimate things to herself. It's not all about that. A lot of her show, part of half of her show is her just sitting there in lingerie talking to men. I'm telling you, I was like, I'm in the wrong business. I need to be sitting in my lingerie getting paid to talk to men. Because that's basically primarily what she do. The other stuff that she do, she sells that at a premium. But on her channel, her subscribers, she literally sits on the camera in half naked or naked, talking to men, looking at their messages and responding. That's what she do for 3 or 4 hours a day, and makes and does about 5 days a week, and she makes about $8,000 to $10,000 a month. I was like, obviously but see, I ain't finna sit up there and get naked in front of nobody. I'm very modest that way. Like I don't, I'm not an exhibitionist. I'm a freak, but not an exhibitionist. So I can't sit in front of strange people and show my naked tatas and chichis everywhere. I can't. I'm like, okay, I can't have my culo out everywhere, and everybody's like, oh, they looking at her culo. Yeah, I'm not into being looked at. She is. My friend definitely. She likes to be. She gets off on that. Being looked at. But I've been accused of being many things. So, if I've chronicled my abysmal failure with online dating, because I've been single for a while now, I think, I've heard this from time to time, but like I said, within the past 6 months, I've heard this more and more, that people have not clicked on my profile because they thought I was fake or I was selling something. And there's nothing in my profile. Like, and let me just go out here and say this. Let me get this over with. I do not have pictures of me like this, me like this, me like this, me like this. I don't have no pictures like that. I don't have any pictures of me bent over a chair, showing my culo. I don't have pictures of me with my tatas down here, me with my cleavage pushed up. I don't have any GSP laughing. Y'all laughing. I don't have any cheesecake photos. I don't have any pictures of me doing a duck face. I'm grown. Okay? I'm grown. I'm not 30 years old. I'm grown. Okay? I don't do any kind of tease cheesecake pictures. There are no explicit pictures of me. There are no pictures online that I wouldn't want my kids to see. That I would be embarrassed. That my kids would be like, "Mom, really? Is this you?" Like none of that is online. So before people start thinking like, well, what kind of pics do you have? Because somebody asked me that, well, what kind of pictures do you have? I'm like normal ones, the same pictures that I have on my Facebook. Like it's nothing different. The same person that you see before you, I have a picture of me. Right now I got like a little tank top on, and I got a little half jacket on. I would do a picture of me like this with my half jacket on, my little tank top. I'll be like, y'all see that? Y'all see me giving y'all face right there? That's what I do. I picture me like this. That's it. That's it. Bam. But that's it. It's no special that goes into my pictures. It's just a picture of me. So I have full length shots. I have, waist up, neck up, whatever. It's not anything salacious, y'all. So don't think I'm out here like selling, it's nothing like that. But I have had multiple men, various men, more and more recently, thinking that I'm fake, or thinking I'm a sugar baby and I'm trying to get some money out of them. I don't need anybody's money. I have my own money. I'm very financially independent. So, oh, I look amazing. Thank you, Aradina Meenderman. Oh, what a name. Ar- Arandina. That is a pretty name. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, it's not like I'm out here like selling TNA. I'm not. I'm very modest. For all my talk of being in the kink community that I used to and all these things, that's fine. That's my sexuality. But I'm a very modest person. I don't go around, showing off my body parts. I'm really not comfortable with that. All my liberation and everything that I talk about, I'm more comfortable being very modest. Like I'm a very modest person. You're welcome. I am a very modest person. And so, I don't I believe less is more. Like like I said, I'm not trying to shame anybody who are into exhibition, who like looking sexy and putting it out there. Baby, I have a job and I'm an artist. I don't want anyone going online and being like, "Is this you?" Now I can't control what my exes do. Now I can't control them. Now what they may bring up and come on this chat and they be like, "I got some pic." I can't control that. I have been a little wayward and a little too trusting of my exes. But for the most part, online, I don't have that type of presence. I don't bring that kind of vibe. I'm a very nerdy girl. Like I'm a nerd. I'm an introvert. I'm very socially awkward. I'm very like, I'm a tomboy. Like I'd rather go play basketball than do makeup. Y'all know I don't like makeup and hair. This is just all smoke and mirrors. This is all smoke and mirrors. My normal day to day, I don't look like this. I don't like wearing makeup. I don't do makeup. Y'all, if anybody watch my videos, they know that I'm a very like plain Jane kind of person. But scammers have messed it up. So I think that a lot of the reason why I don't get a lot of messages and matches online, just besides the area that I live in, and I'm gonna do a video about location and online dating because I live in a very uh, how can I say this? I live in an area where it's not black woman friendly. That's the best way I can put it. Like, ain't nobody checking for black women too much out here. And because I do want to date locally, but I kind of live in the country. Like, if anybody know me, I did video. I live in Texas in a small community. So there's not hi Beyonce. Well, hi Al. Hi, is that you, Jay Z? I'm definitely not Beyonce. If I was Beyonce, oh my god. She, Arendina says, I don't do any of those photos, just normal pics. And if you don't like it, just swipe to the right. If I see those pictures where they're posing, that's insane. I agree. I don't. I've been, and I gotta tell you, I've been on both sides of the dating apps. Like I've looked and see the women that are on there. I look to see, of course, I see with the men because I'm straight, I'm a straight woman, and then I've seen with the men look at too as well. And there are a lot of women putting it all out there. Let's just put it. Let's put it. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, hit the like. Thank you guys for commenting. But there are a lot of women that are putting it out there. So I was like, these are the women I'm supposed to be in competition with. I'm just like, yeah. Like I'm not trying to do something that I don't want to do. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I understand that like that those kind of pictures get attention, but for those type of thirsty ass men, those are the ones I don't want attention from anyway. I don't want somebody thinking I'm trying to thirst trap them, like oh just thirst trapping me. I don't want a man who that's the first thing that he see because with my profile they see that anyway. Like they'll swipe on my profile all the time. So the scammers are messing things up for me. I mean, and for all of us who are semi attractive because again, people just assume not all people, but a lot of people that if you're online dating, that there's something wrong with you, that you're not attractive, that you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm definitely not attractive. I'm not like, a model, but, I have won some pageants, you know. I do got a crown or two in my cabinet where I was, I did win Ms. Regional. Okay. Like I ain't trying to flex right now, but then I am flexing. But yes, I have won Ms. MRS for the older women, Texas pageant. So and this was like 6 years ago when me and my daughter were doing our pageant thing and she didn't want to do it anymore. But we have entered daughter and mommy pageants when she was see my daughter's 10 now. So she was 4 years old and we were doing pageants. My daughter did pageants from the time she was 18 months to she was about 4. And we would do mommy daughter pageants together. We would be in the same pageant. So when my daughter was it's about 6 years ago, I've done a few pageants and won. I have crowns and sashes and stuff. And my daughter has a whole cabinet full. She was a winner. She just decided she didn't want to do it anymore, sadly. And I know, and I'm one day I'm gonna do a whole video about the kids pageant things. She did not do glamour and glitz for those who are asking because y'all see like Honey Boo Boo the pageants where the little kids wear makeup and their hair is all curly. Me and my daughter we just did my daughter did strictly natural pageants. I did not let her do the glamour and glitz. That was just way too much for me. And she didn't we didn't do no we didn't do no GG pageants. How cute. I can't imagine. You can't imagine me doing that. I was on stage, honey, and won like best stage presence. Like I have gowns. I've sold my gowns, but I had like, pageant gowns and everything. And once my daughter stopped, then I stopped because I was like, I was doing it really because I started getting her into pageants, and then some pageant lady approached me, and she was like, do you used to be a beauty queen? And I said, me? I said, me? No, never, never. And she was like, you've never done pageants? I said, no, because a lot of times former beauty queens who've done pageants, they'll enter their kids in pageants. I've never done a pageant in my life. There's no way in my younger years anybody would ever ask me to do a pageant again. I spent most of my life as a big girl. you know, I was like, when I was 10 years old, I was like 200 pounds. So I was always a big girl. And so nobody, like the idea of somebody approaching me asking me to do a pageant was just so, I was like, what? I was flattered and I was like, really? You think I should do? And the lady was like, you really should do the Ms. Texas pageant. Like you would be great. And so that's how I got into doing pageants. Because somebody, the lady, the organizer for my daughter's pageant approached me. What do you say? Be yourself, always be yourself. There's more than enough. You're smart, beautiful, and have an amazing personality. If they don't see that, they're lost and they're probably way not even worth it. I agree. Thank you very much. Yes, that is great, great advice. I do. I try to be myself and then, you know, it's hard out here because I've been single for so long. Like I've never been this single this long in my life. So it's been hard, but I've come to terms with it. Like there are worse things than being single, y'all. I tell people it is hard in the beginning. You know, I was married for 8 years. And then my husband passed away. And then I was in a relationship for 5 years and we're not together. Shut up, GSP. Don't start, don't start, don't start, don't start. Don't start. You know. So nice to hear that you did and how wonderfully you could do this together with her. Oh yeah, yeah. Me and my daughter, we like this. Don't start GSP. But anyway, so I'm single, technically speaking. Technically speaking, I'm single, y'all. Now I may be dating somebody. I mean, we're dating, a loose term, but technically speaking, I am single. Okay, I've been single for a while, over a year now. This is the longest I've ever been single in my life. I've been known throughout my history as a serial dater, which I understand is unhealthy, but I've always, for the past 9 years, 10 years that my husband passed away, I went online and found dates and people. And sometimes, it's not always serious, me looking for a relationship or a marriage or nothing. Sometimes just me getting out there, just getting used to being around people. I work from home, so I'm not around a lot of people. So when I come on here and I interact with you, this is like really the few times that I actually get to interact with adults. I don't have a huge circle of people. I've lost a lot of people. My mother died last year. My mother-in-law died like a month ago, like less than a month ago. My dad died. My cousin died. Like I've had a lot of death in the past 4 years and lost a lot of people. Um, I've had my best friend pass away. My best friend passed away uh 12 years ago, around this time. And so I don't have a lot of like, social circles, social circles out here. So it's good to come on here and talk to adults and talk to real people. But it's been hard being single. Like I'm not going to tell people it's easy. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. But, it's hard enough where I live because I live in a small area. I don't live like in Dallas. So I have to go out of my range to really get, more diversified people. And again, me being who I am, and people who know my personality, that I'm very liberal. And so I live in Texas. I live in a very conservative area. And so that's very important to me that, of course, as any person, whether you're religious or non-religious, conservative or non-conservative, you shouldn't have to compromise your values to be with anybody. If you are a stone cold Trumper and you are like MAGA all the way, I may not be for you, but you should be able to find somebody that shares your values. And I believe in that strongly. I believe that like it causes a lot of clashes when your values, if you're a Christian, you believe in God and God is important to you and going to church is important to you, you should have somebody that shares your passion for God and for religion and faith. I'm an atheist. It doesn't matter to me whether I date somebody faithful or not. However, I tell men up front, I don't believe in God. I don't go to church. I'm not against God or church, but it's just not for me. So, I'm not gonna go church with you. If you can roll with that and you're okay with that and your family's okay with that, we can do this. But when you live in the Bible Belt, that's really hard. So, it's hard when you live in conservative Texas. It's hard because a lot of people here, whether they be black, white, or whatever, are religious here, and I am not. So that limits my dating pool right there. I'm not conservative. So that in any way, even when dealing with other African American men, I'm not conservative. So even for them, I'm more of a yaha, you out there liberal. So I do a lot of things. I'm very independent minded. I don't need any man's money. I don't need anything from a man, really, to be honest with you. I don't need a man. I want a man. I feel like a lot of men want to be with a woman that needs them. that are reliant upon them. I think not all men, but I think a lot of men choose women who are codependent on them because it makes them feel needed and wanted, and it makes them feel like the woman is going to stick around. And I'm not. That ain't me. I was atheist 40 years. Sending so much love. I lost my man as well after 14 years. Oh, I'm sorry. The day before we would finally get married and he got in an awful accident. I know how hard it is. Sorry for all your losses. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, my husband was sick for a long time before he passed away. And my husband was 9 years younger than me. So we had this whole life plan. My whole life was planned out, y'all. Like we were gonna ride off into the sunset, and then he's 9 years younger than me, and we were gonna go travel, and we were gonna do all raise kids and do all these things. And so here I was widowed with two babies at like 38 years old. And I'm like, okay, I didn't plan this. For the people wondering how I got single, I didn't plan none of this. I had a whole life plan of retirement with my lovely husband. I didn't plan on being single at almost 50 years of age. Like that wasn't in my life plan. I had run around and did all the things that I had to do in my 20s. I had fun in my teens. Your girl Kiki was for the streets for a while. I was out living my best life. I didn't meet my husband until I was 26 years, 27 years old. So I lived my best life. And so I was ready to settle down. And so that's what I did. And I settled down, got married, and had kids. I did it the proper way. I did everything right. I did everything the proper way. I wasn't out here slanging out babies and baby daddies and everything like that. I got married first and I had children. That's how I did it. The traditional way. My husband wanted to get married. It was his idea to get married and have babies. I was perfectly happy us just living together and cohabitating. So that's how I got to be single. For those of you who are probably wondering, well, how did you get single? I was married. I was married and he died. So when yes, there are widow and widowers out here who get stuck in predicaments. When you're with somebody, I was with my husband during a time when social media wasn't really a thing, and internet dating was there. But it wasn't a huge thing. I met my husband through not physically. I met my husband through a phone chat app. That's how I met him. And so, I didn't ask to be widowed. Like I didn't ask for that. Like it just happened. And so you just have to navigate that accordingly. And so being online dating, it's a dumpster fire. Like it wasn't like it was 5 years ago. Things have changed. When I met my ex, like things have changed. But again, I think now that scammers are on online scamming, stealing people's pictures, which by the way, I have had people steal my pics off a line and pretend to be me. And I'm gonna do a whole video about that. But yes, long time ago, about 6, 7 years ago, I did. That's why when men talk to me online and they get my phone number and then they think they're clever by asking me for pics. And I'm like, and I tell them I have a hard time sending pictures to you. Well, I want pictures that are not on the dating app. I want to tell men, you do know that scammers have dozens of pictures. They have tons of pictures. Like somebody, just because you exchange numbers with somebody and they send you a pic that's not on their dating app, doesn't mean they're not a scammer. Because these scammers take pictures. They steal these pictures. Lots of them. They don't just take 4 or 5 pictures. They can take 10, 12. I know there are scammers that have sent people videos, pictures that they didn't stole off of people's social media. So don't think because you exchange numbers with somebody and they send you some pictures that they're not a scammer. And so I told these men that I have a hard time. I said I'm reluctant to send men pictures of me offline because I have had people do that and they have stolen my pictures. So I tell them, I'm really done. And so they just think I'm even more of a scammer. Well, if you don't want to send me any pictures, then you must be a scammer. I'm like, no, I've had people steal my pics before. And then I tell them we can Snapchat, I can, Snapchat, you do live video. And I said, I can do that. And then these men, they don't want to Snapchat. And so when they don't want to Snapchat live, that puts my suspicion up like, well, why don't you want to Snapchat? Like, why don't you want to do a video? I'll do a FaceTime, a video call. I'm not scared at all. But I've had men tell me that they don't want to do that. So I don't know if are they fake? Because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You're calling me a fake? Are you a fake? I had one dude when we were talking and he started speaking to me in Nigerian because he thought I was a scammer, y'all. I forgot all about that. I had one dude, yeah, a dude could be cheaters. I had one dude start speaking to me, and I'm like, I'm like, huh? Cause like it was just a few words, but I didn't know what it was, and I Google searched it, and it was Nigerian. Y'all, these scammers talk to each other in Nigerian. I'm gonna do a video about what they say in Nigerian because I went online and I was like, what? And I got in a Reddit group where these Nigerians were explaining to me that there's certain words that they use, and yes, that they signal each other. So he thought I was fake. He so he started saying Ogun Alaye. It's like Alaye, and he starts saying Ogun, Ogun. And so I've learned that when they say, I will get in the chat and I'll be like Ogun Alaye, and then they'll holler back and they'll say something like Yahoo Yahoo because they call him Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls. So I know what to say to these scammers. I'll be like boom scammer. And then with these scammers, y'all, I tell y'all, block, report these people. Don't just let it go. If somebody's taking you offline and you know that they're a scammer, please report these people to Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, whatever. Automatically report their profile because they will take them off. I report people left and right. And then Hinge will send you an email saying we've removed this person because they turn out to violate our terms and service, which basically means they're a scammer. But I'm telling you, if you're in a chat with somebody you think they're a scammer, say Ogun or Alaye. And that's the code word that they use, or Yahoo. Yahoo boys. Yeah. They call them Yahoo boys because it started with Yahoo chat. Because that's how they got their start. With Yahoo on emails and Yahoo chat. So they call them Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls. So yeah. So I try to give that little tidbit that yes, a scammer thought they were trying to talk to me, and I knew the profile looked fake and the things that he was saying, but sometimes I'll play with them. But through mid halfway through the chat, he said Ogun and Alaye, and I was like, and at the time I didn't know what that meant, but now I do. Yeah, Yahoo boys is a scammer term. Yeah, it's Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls. That's what they call themselves. Or what do they call them? There's another term too, like good boys and good girls. It's another term that I forget. It's Yahoo boys, Yahoo girls, and then there's like good boys and good girls. Like so, like there's just certain terms that they use. So yeah, I didn't ran across the scammers thinking that I'm a scammer, and so they try to throw out those terms to see if you say it back, and if you say it back, that's how they'll go ahead and delete. They'll go ahead and unmatch or whatever, and just move on. So yeah, you've got mail. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Yahoo was the website Yahoo. Yeah. And that's how they got they start. But yeah, I tell people that if you think you're talking to a scammer, start talking to them in Nigerian. Go online and Google Nigerian terms or Nigerian scammer terms. Go and Google it. So if you think you're talking to a scammer, start throwing these terms in your chat, and then they'll either block you and move on, delete, or they'll talk back to you in Nigerian. They'll say, I had one dude say to me, "Hi brother, how are you today?" in Nigerian. And then I replied to him in Nigerian because again, you just go Google Translator. And I replied to him back in Nigerian, "You're a scammer, and you're a scammer, and I'm not Nigerian." And then he immediately unmatched, and then I reported his ass. Yeah. So that's another way to get some fun fat kids, so you can have fun with scammers. That's what you can do. But yeah, Nigerian scammers are messing it up for people like me. So again, there are attractive people on dating apps. There are people who look like me on dating apps. I am not a scammer. I am not crazy. I'm not an escort. I'm not a cam girl. I'm just a regular person. I'm a mother. I'm single. I'm a regular person. And so the scammers are messing it up for us because people are not wanting to click on you because they think you're too good to be true, or you're too attractive, or if you send them a message, they're like, I've had guys respond, "Why are you sending me a message?" I'm like, excuse me. I've had so many men be rude to me online. And then I think it's the reason is they think I'm a scammer. I mean, just off the rip, people have been rude to me. I was just like, I'm just trying to talk to you. Like, what? And then I'll unmatch them and just move on. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I've had so many dudes be rude to me. I don't, like I said, I don't know whether it's because of racism or whatever it is. I don't know. But I've had so many dudes be rude to me. And then having guys come back and tell me, oh, well, the reason why I was so rude with you is because I thought you were a scammer and you're trying to get something out of me. or I thought I was going to ask for money or something. And I'm just like, no. And then, like I said, I had to tell people that, like, I am attracted to what I'm attracted to. We're all attracted to whatever. And I never shame anybody from being attracted to whatever they're attracted to, because we're all human beings. We all have different tastes. I typically date younger guys. Um, Not too young. Like I said in my short, now I'm not into 25 and 30 year olds. I have gotten messages from 25 and 30 year olds, and someone's like saying, oh, he must be a sugar mama. I have never had no younger man ask me for any money ever. I've never had any man ever ask me for any money. I've never asked a man for any money. I don't play that. And I tell them up front, there's two things I don't do. I don't give money to nobody, and I don't do intimacy with people that I'm not in a relationship with. I tell them, I put that on my profile. I tell them from the jump, this is how it's going to go. I am not going to finance you or F you. That's just how it is. I ain't never had no dude ask me for money, no matter how old they are. I don't care if they were a 60-year-old dude hitting on me online or a 25-year-old dude. I have had dudes swipe on my picture and not know how old I was, because they assume maybe I was a little older. Because I've had guys who are 30 who assumed that I was a little older than them. They were like, oh, we thought you were like 35 or 40 maybe. I've had dudes swipe them up, because some people just go through a dating app and they just swipe. They're not really looking at the profile. They're not reading the age. They swiped on me because they thought I was attractive. Again, I have to say, people, over and over and over again, I will beat this drum to the day I die. Okay. I'm going to beat this drum. The ageism that I read, and I understand people are salty about getting older. I get it. Okay. I understand it, especially women. But the fact that women shame men for wanting to be with younger, attractive women, that's something I will never do, because people are attracted to whatever they're attracted to. But I'm telling y'all, okay, as someone who hangs out with people who are younger, like my sister in law, my bestie, she's in her 30s. Okay. My cousin is 32. Okay. When we go out, I don't feel like the old lady with a bunch of 30-year-olds. Hey, Meredith? Meredith? Yeah, like when I go out with my friends, I don't have old lady complex. I don't go out with my sister-in-law who's 36 and feel like I'm out of sorts with her. When we go out, we're gonna do a picture together and post on the community. We look comparable together. We look good together. My sister-in-law is blonde, beautiful, Margot Robbie looking. When we go out and I have my makeup on and my hair done and everything, we look good together. When I go out with my friends who are in their 30s, there's no I'm not trying to flex, but there's no like, I'm older than them. I have friends of all ages and all races. Okay. And all my friends are not like, glam supermodels. Some of them are just average people, they're moms and stuff like that. I don't feel any kind of like any type of way sitting next to a 30-year-old woman. There's again, that's not a flex. That's just, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I hold my own. Like there's nothing that I feel threatened by a 35-year-old. No threat. Cause me and my 35-year-old friends, we look good together. We look good together. They're like, oh my God, who are these beautiful women? Who are these hot, sexy women over here? It's not like I'm here I'm with a 35-year-old, like, and then here I'm just an old lady. Like it don't roll that way. Some people peak in their 20s and 30s. I peaked in my 40s. I spent my whole life being overweight, like my whole life being overweight. I spent my whole life being frumpy, being overweight. My husband loved me regardless of what I look like or whatever, whatever, whatever. I went on a journey in a process of losing like 200 pounds, because I used to be a big, 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 big girl. I posted pictures when I used to be a big, 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 big girl, and people said nice things. They were like, oh, you were still attractive then. And I was cute in the face. I was cute in the face and thick in the waist. Hi, Nico. What's up, Dwayne? Dwayne Chapman, what is up, Dwayne? Good, welcome everybody. But I spent a lot of my life being a big girl. I spent, my 20s, I was big. I was born big. Like but once I got married, and I met my late husband, and I really gained a lot of weight because he liked to eat and I like to eat. And we both were chunky. We both were chunky. My husband lost all the weight because he got sick. He had heart problems, and my husband went from 200 and something pounds to like 160 pounds. So, once my husband got sick, I went on a journey to become more healthy, because I felt like He's having all these health issues. I was diabetic, high blood pressure, so I lost all the weight. So the idea that somehow me, old lady, I joke when I say old lady, because I'm older, um that some 25-year-old is going to be with me because they're trying to get money out of me. That's never happened. I had 25-year-olds that offer me money. They're like, how much money do I have to give to go out with a woman like you? I'm like, honey, I'm not an escort. So the idea, the myth out there that younger dudes don't like older women, I cannot, I'm going to say it before and I'm going to say it again. Men like attractive women. It really don't really matter too much how old you are unless they are looking to settle down and have children. Now, if you get a young man who wants to have children, who wants to settle down, who don't have his kids, yes, he's not going to pick to be with somebody my age because he's looking to settle down and have kids. He's looking to uh to start a family. I'm not having kids with nobody. My childbearing years are over. GSP said I already gave all my money to a 20-year-old, my son. Right. I mean, my kids are not even 20. My kids, I have one teenager. I have a 14-year-old son. My other kid, my daughter, she's 10. So I'm still out here raising kids. So and then, like I said, that's not something I hide. I just tell people straight up, my kids are not grown. I didn't have kids in my 20s. Um, and I was a late bloomer. Again, I got married in my late 20s and I had kids. We didn't have kids until I was in my 30s. So, I tell people like, men don't like just young women. They like attractive women. I've never had a problem ever attracting anybody. If I put a lot of effort into it, I could be with a 25-year-old. I could be with a 30-year-old if I wasn't discerning, if I wasn't, but that's just too young. It's too young for me. There's nothing a 30-year-old can offer me in and out, in and out of the bedroom, especially in the bedroom. I'm not here to teach nobody. I'm not here to give lessons. I'm not your teacher. I don't fall into the mommy role or the teacher role. I'm not interested in doing that. So in and out the bedroom. I want somebody established who's mature. A 25-year-old is good to play around with, but it's not somebody that I would want to invest my time and energy into. It would be good to play. I don't even know it would be good to play around with because I don't think a 25-year-old don't have enough experience for me sexually to really do anything for me. I'm just gonna be honest. They don't have a lot of experience enough in the bedroom for me to be interested. Just not. Like, I just like, oh, I gotta teach you. Like, no, I need somebody who's a bit more experienced in that way. But the idea that men don't like older women, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, out of here. It's the silliest shit I've ever heard. Now, if you again, I have met women who are younger than me who look older than me. I work with some of them. Then I'd be like, and how old are you? You're 39. I'm like, ooh, okay. And like again, I'm not trying to dog nobody or flex, but I'm just like, okay. So the idea that people throw out these generalities that all men don't want to be with older women and all men don't like older women and men, once they hit 40, 50, they don't want to be with a 40-some-year-old woman. Yeah, they do. They want to be with me. They want to be with an attractive woman. It's not the fact that you're older. It's how you look. Do you look younger? Do you act younger? Are you in shape? Are you fit? I'm fit. I'm in shape. I work out. I look younger. I take care of myself. Do you take care of yourself? And I wouldn't be with any 40, 50-year-old man. Like I said, I date younger men, but I want to be with somebody who's attractive, who I find attractive, and who's active. I wouldn't want to be with somebody just sitting around on the couch all day. No, because I don't do that. So I want to be with somebody. There are fit, attractive, older men, y'all. The things that get thrown around the internet, I just be sitting there going, what bizarre land are y'all, what cave are y'all MFers living in? What cave is that? What cave is it that where 40-year-old women are attractive? I live in Dallas. Plenty of 40-year. I know women who are gorgeous. I had a friend that just had a baby who's Asian and gorgeous. 49 years old, gorgeous. Just had a baby, by the way. Just had a baby. And her man is like 30-something. Gorgeous. I have black female friends. I have Hispanic female friends that are in their 40s. And I have a friend, I tell you, I have a friend that look like J-Lo. And J-Lo's in her 50s. I have a friend that's like I have a friend that's literally 48 years old that look like J Lo. She's built like her. She looks like her. She's young, beautiful, attractive. Everywhere she go, Carla turns heads. She turned head. Men are like, who is that? She's vivacious. She's funny. She's energetic. She's outgoing. She's like everything I wish I could be ever. And because I'm none of that. And she turns heads, guys think she's 30, and she's like, oh no, I'm almost 50. Like it's what you look like, how you carry yourself, how you keep yourself up. GSP said she 46 get hit on all the time. I don't get hit on all the time, but power to the people that do. But yes, men like women who are older. So I tell older women out there, please stop this narrative that these people online, these red pill or whoever people are telling you, because these red pill people will turn around and fuck one of us. They would. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've had men online try to press me and da 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 da. I was like, let's just be honest. You want to have sex with me? Like, let's just cut. Let's just cut to the chase. You know, I had dudes sit there and ask me all these questions. I said, "Oh, are you one of these red pill guys?" I said, honey, you cannot." I said, "You are not mentally or emotionally equipped to even match wits with me. First of all, you're not even on my level professionally because he wasn't." And I was like, "You can't come for me and tell me that well, men don't want this and want that. What the hell are you talking about? And why did you match with me? And you're 35 years old and I'm damn near 50. So why in the f did you match with me then?" You gonna match with me to tell me that younger men don't like older women, but you gonna match with me and talk about well, you look good for an older woman, baby. Please get off my online dating app. Gone. You're playing with me today. I told that man, I said, if y'all want to believe these narratives that people tell you that oh, women they hit a wall, what wall? What wall? My ex is 41 and looks older than I do, and I ain't trying to throw no shade at him. God bless him. Cause I we still date. But my ex looks older than me. Age ain't got nothing to do with looks. Age has some to do, but not a lot. I know 30-year-olds that look older than me. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with attractive. It has to do with attractive. If we are not talking about people having babies and starting families, because there are men out there who are in their later years that want younger women because they want to have babies and they want to start a family. They want to start with their own children, or they want to start over. Hey, that's a whole different thing when you're talking about fertility. If we are talking about simple attraction and simple lust and sex, if that's what we're talking about, then I would say with all things, it's an even playing field. If you take kids out of the equation, I'm not having nobody's baby. So I'm not going to be nobody's wife or baby mama. I'm not having any more kids. If we take those desires, not every man out there want to have kids. There are 40, 50-year-old men that have adult children and they're not trying to raise no more. Okay. They're not. I don't know where people they want 30-year-old women. 30-year-old women have children. I say, y'all do understand that in America, 30-year-old women have kids. So if you take a 60-year-old man that's dating a 30-year-old woman, 9 times out of 10, she's going to have a child. A small child. Most 30-year-old women, statistically speaking, not my opinion, most people by the age of 30, 35 have at least 2 kids. So if you're talking about an old man that wants a young woman, they're going to be raising her children too. So when I tell you that the narrative out there, older men want older women because older men ask, how old are your kids? First thing they usually ask. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, you don't want to raise nobody little kids. You don't want no little kids. 60-year-old men are not walking around with hot 30-year-olds. They ain't raising their kids. I know men in 60. Ain't none of them got a hot 30-year-old. They like, oh no, that's too young for me. They may look at them. They may lust after them. They may find them attraction. Attraction and action is 2 different things. I find a lot of things attractive. A lot of men attractive. It don't mean I want to be with them. I understand what it comes. And most men that I know that are 50, 60 years old are not dating 30-year-olds because they don't want to raise their children. They already did that. Their kids is 30. They like, what the hell am I raising another kid for? They don't want to raise no kid. I don't want to raise no kid. I don't want to date no 30-year-old man with a toddler. No, ma'am. No. 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 I'm not dating a 30, 35-year-old man with a 5-year-old. It's just not going to happen. I have a 10-year-old. That's enough for me. That's enough. And I don't expect any man to raise my kids. But you know what I'm saying? That I'm not dating a man with a toddler. Like, I don't, and most people my age aren't. Like I told y'all before, no matter what narrative people are saying online, the statistics do not bear that out. Most people are dating people within their age range. Most people are dating people between 5 to 7 or 10 years younger or older than them. There are not a bunch of 60-year-old women dating 40-year-old men. It doesn't happen. They may want to, they may be attracted to that, but when it comes to real life dating and the numbers don't bear that out. Most people are dating people in their age group, in their location, their social economics. I will beat this drum until I'm dead, because the narratives out there is women don't want to date older women. I mean, men don't want to date older women, and women, once they become a certain age, you don't want sex. Where what? Excuse me. I take offense to that. I'm like, yeah, we do. That as you get older, it's harder for you to find somebody. It's harder for you to find somebody a lot of times because your taste in people have changed. A lot of things that I let slide in my 20s and my teens and when I was dating during that time would not work for me now, like the age that I'm at. So my demands and my selection of men is more selective. I've dealt with enough BS throughout my life and relationships to be like, look, I'm not going through this again. I'm not going through that again. I've learned my lessons. So the lessons that I've learned have allowed me to be more selective. I'm not picky, selective. All women want, we want tall men. I'm here to tell you another myth. I'm a tall girl. I'm 5'9.5". I've dated men 5'7". I've dated men 5'8". I know other women who are my height who have dated men a little bit shorter than them. So please stop that. That all women want these tall. You know who want tall men? Short women. Women that I know of that are 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", they want tall, 6 foot tall men. Women I know that are my height, we date tall men, but we understand that it's hard for us to find someone 6'2", 6'3" in this country. You're not going to find a lot of 6'2", 6'3". The average height of men in America is like 5'9", 5'10". I think it's 5'9". As a 5'9" girl, I understand that most of the men I'm going to come across are not going to be 6'3", 6'6". I'm not dating NBA players. So we understand that. Them short girls, they want somebody hugely tall. I don't know why. I don't get it. But us tall girls, we understand that, yeah, we like some tall women like to wear heels. I can't wear heels even if I wanted to. And I didn't when I didn't have back issues. But I understand that I've dated men who are 5'7", 5'8". Not all women want tall men. So we need to stop that. The things about all women want a man making six figures. I just want a man that makes as much money as I do. So yes, I want a man to make six figures because that's how much I make. I met my husband and I wasn't making six figures and neither was he. We made around, matter of fact, my husband made a little bit less than me. So I don't mind dating somebody who makes less than I do. My ex makes more than I do. He makes a lot more than I do. But it has nothing to do with relationship. It depends on what level you are at in your life. Do y'all not understand that? It depends on what level you're at. If you are 30 years old and you're struggling and you're making, let's say, $50,000 a year, yeah, you're probably going to want to date somebody or marry somebody that's making more money than you. Because again, you are struggling, especially if you have children. If you're a single mother and you're 35 years old and making $50,000 a year, that doesn't go very far. So yes, you're probably going to try to marry somebody or be with somebody that makes a little bit more money than you because you are trying to get married and you're at this and you're still young and maybe you want to have another baby or two. And so you're at that point in your life where you're trying to build. I am not at the build point in my life. I am going to the retirement point in my life. GSP says she's 5'8". Women are different. So there are different levels to this shit. You're at different points in your life. There's a difference between a 30-year-old and me at my age. I'm not looking to settle down and build and have children. Those days are over for me. I'm not having no more kids. I have my children. I am not here to raise no more kids. No offense to anybody, but that's it. Hi, Nico. Hey, Nico. So the idea that all women want men to make six figures, I'm like, it depends on where you live too. I live in Texas. Six figures, you're rich, rich. I mean, you making six figures, you rich, rich. You live in New York or California making six figures, shit. GSP will tell you ain't you in Cali. Somebody making $200,000 in California is not $200,000 in Texas. $200,000 in Texas, you're like a doctor. You're making really, really, really good money. You can live comfortably here in Texas for $50,000, $60,000 a year. You can live here comfortably with a child, comfortably as a single parent. If you don't waste your money on crap, you can live here comfortably. You cannot live comfortably on $75,000 in Manhattan or New York. So the idea people throw out these figures about money, and I'm like, six figures where? I'm like, oh, the United States, where? In Texas? Shit, you make $80,000 a year. People looking at you like gator boots with the pimped out Gucci. So like people are looking at you like you are making really good money. Our property values, our taxes, our cost of living is lower here. So I mean, 100,000 you can get $100,000 worth of house here. That's like a 4 or 5 bedroom house. Like you really can live in a, depending on neighborhood and the area and the tax bracket. Six figures here is a lot. Six figures is not a lot in California or Miami or LA. It's not. California, Yosemite, California, that's where GSP is. So yeah, they can tell you. I know people in California who make six figures who live in condos. they're like they could barely afford their $3,000 a month rent. I'm just like, wow, Jesus Christ. Got a quart tank of gas and my new E-Class, right? I know people. I have family members in California that are making way more money than me, and they struggling. They live in LA, living in a 1 bedroom condo, paying $4,000 a month. Shit, I'm like, my mortgage is $1,800. I'm like, how much? I got a whole house and property for that price. In San Francisco, the poverty level is 100,000. Yeah. So the people talking about women want men to make six figures. It depends on where you live. New York, shit, $100,000 in New York, shit, you gonna be living in, I don't know, Bed-Stuy in an efficiency in New York. 100,000. I'm just gonna keep it real. Texas, bring 100,000. That's why these companies move to Texas, because the taxes is cheaper and the cost of living is cheaper. That's why Toyota moved here. Frito-Lay headquarters is here. PepsiCo is here. All these major companies come to Texas. Not just oil and gas. We have JC, we have all these major companies here. Elon Musk moved here because the cost of living is lower here and the taxes is lower here. So Tesla is here. They're talking about moving government offices here. It's just cheaper to live here. So don't tell me that all women want men making six figures, because I know. I would be good with somebody making $75,000 a year. That's a good a man making that money is making good money. He's living probably in a nice house. He probably got a nice 4 bedroom in Frisco somewhere, living his best life. So, that number gets thrown around. I don't know who decided on that number. Maybe somebody from New York or California did. I'm blaming New York and California people. I'm blaming the people who live in these highly taxed areas. But that's not true everywhere. That's not true in Montana. That's not true in Oklahoma. $100,000 in Oklahoma? Baby, you can have some land in 100,000 in Oklahoma. You can have land, you can have a car, you can have a tractor, bitch. You probably get a cow for $100,000 living in Oklahoma. You ain't even got to live in Tulsa. $100,000. Oh, GSP said thankfully she bought her property years. Yeah, if you buy your property, but don't try to buy it now. Inflation so bad. $100,000 will get you nowhere. People act like six figures is money. I'm like, six figures is money. Where? I'm like, that's not. $100,000 equals $50,000 in California, right? So these people to me, women want six figures. I'm like, what women? Every woman I know, I'm like, damn, y'all obviously haven't been to Texas, because I'm like, people here are not making six figures unless you're a doctor, lawyer, executive, maybe, So I'm I'm tired of these numbers being thrown out. I'm tired of these myths about. Then I'm tired of the myth that if you're attractive, you have all these men after you. You can just waltz through a room and be like, ha. The wind blowing, the wind, cue my wind machine, the wind blowing through my hair. And a bitch like me can just walk in a room and be like, which one of you mofos want to go home with Kiki tonight? I wish it was that simple for me. I wish the guy, I wouldn't be single this long. I wish I could walk in a room and have men just fall at my feet and try to talk to me and be like, "Ooh, Kiki, oh, Kiki, your personality and your attractiveness is so magnanimous. Yeah, I'm using big words, and I just here's my number, and it doesn't happen. It it don't happen. I can go out looking like this. No one's gonna talk to me. It depends on where you live. Now, if I would go to New York, and which I have been, and I would walk down the street looking like this, I get, hey, hey ma, hey yo. Men would look, possibly, yes. I have a friend that lives in New York that tells me all the time, you're in the wrong state, girl. You need to come here. Men would love you here. They would love you. When online, when I do open it up to nationwide, a lot of the men that send me messages and match with me are in California, Florida, and Nebraska. I don't know. There's something about Nebraska that loves me. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a lot of men in Nebraska who like black women. I don't know what it is, maybe because Nebraska don't got a lot of black women. But if I would open up nationwide, I would get more people. Then again, I can't do a long distance relationship. But in the great state of Texas where I live, are not checking for Kiki like that, y'all. It doesn't happen. I don't get hit on by men. I don't get talked to by men. I go to the gas station. I go out to the store. I go out with my friends and we go to clubs. Men do not talk to us. Men do not approach women a lot in Texas. I've had other women who live in Houston, Dallas area where I live, and other places, and they have testified. I was like, oh my God, testify. They're like, preach, sister. Because I had a friend that came from New York and she lives in Houston. She subscribes to my channel. And she's like, she's been single a long time. When she lived in New York, she's like, I had all kinds of men talking to me. She come to Texas, she's like, I'm in Houston. Don't nobody say nothing to me. Don't everybody. I'm not gonna approach any man. Sorry, I know y'all are like, well, you should just approach them. I'm not approaching no man. I'm introverted. I'm shy. I'm an introverted girl. Now, I do have to say in men's defense, I do have a resting bitch face. Now, I can't help it. It's my face. I'll be concentrating half time, and then I walk around kind of like this. So I do have that blank stare, but it's because 9 times out of 10, like my mind is like concentrating on work. I'm thinking about other things. So my brain is always like on the go, but then my face kind of looks like an NPC. Like I'm just like, and then I'll zone out for a second because I'm thinking about something. Come to California, we're cultured. Yeah, I've had plenty of guys who are like, you should be in California. Like you look like someone told me you look like a California girl. You should be here. And I'm just like, y'all property value's too high. NPC, girl, for real. My kids all the time like, oh, mom didn't turn into NPC because sometimes I'll zone out. Like I'll just be thinking, I'll be sitting there like this. And my kids are like, mom. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm back. And they're like, you didn't NPC'd out, you didn't Sims on us for a second. Like I would sit there and look like a Sims character. Like because I'll be thinking about something or my brain will be like, oh, I should be doing this. I think a lot. Like my brain is constantly going. So, I would say that. But yeah, men don't hit on me. Like people think like if you're attractive, then the world is your freaking oyster. And then men and women fall at your feet and they just trip themselves over to be with you. And I'm just like, I wish that was the case. I wouldn't be single. If that was the case, I wouldn't be dating my ex. I hope he's not watching this. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Kidding. But I'm keeping it real though. Like, would I be dating my ex? Like, if I had options, I don't know if I would be dating my ex or not. So, yeah, like, hi. I doubt he's watching. He's probably asleep. But but yeah, I just like they think that you have pretty privilege or you have all these options or you're online. Let me tell you, I do have standards. Yes, there are men online who send me messages and stuff, but I know that they are not my type. And when I say not my type, again, people think women are picky. We are. I'm here to tell you that not all women are picky. I have single friends who all they want is a good man who's stable, who's consistent, and that they have things in common with. And I'm the same thing. You don't have to be a supermodel. You don't have to be this gorgeous man. I don't require that out of you don't have to be half my age. None of that. I just want somebody to be you know it, on my same level in life. Financially, I don't want them to be struggling because I'm not struggling and I'm not about to break bread with nobody. So I'm not financially struggling. And so I want somebody who's financially stable, somebody who's mentally and emotionally stable, somebody who doesn't want to have children because I mean, I have kids, but I'm not requiring a man to raise my children. They don't even have to meet my kids, to be honest with you. They don't have anything to do with my children. I don't require that. I'm not really looking to get married. So, but I was saying it's become increasingly hard to meet somebody, period, anybody. But I would tell people out there who find themselves in situations, if look at your pictures, if I'm not saying they're not attractive people online, they are, but not everybody's a scammer. We're not. But I just feel like the online thing is frustrating because it's like I have all these different hurdles. I have location hurdles, then racial hurdles, and then now the scammers are messing things up for everybody. So now the scammers is messing up the game. It's like I have enough hurdles alone. Like I tell you, I've been online and people have said all kinds of racist, crazy shit to me, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like I've had people say all kinds of crazy stuff to me online that had nothing to do with them thinking I'm an escort, but just I've had people say racist stuff to me. I've had people say things because I've said things about my politics and my profile because I'm trying to find someone that shares the same values as me. I've had people match with me just or send me messages, pay to send me like you have a lot of these sites you have to pay to send somebody. So I'm like, sir, you paid, you spent your time and money to send me a whole paragraph about how much you hate Democrats and liberals and all this shit. I'm like, really? You sound crazy. Like I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. There are plenty of people online when I get online talking about their Trump supporters and MAGA and conservative. Never once in my whole entire life did I feel like, man, I gotta send this guy a message. Look here, MAGA. I mean, why would I do that? Why would I do that? But people have done that to me. I'm like, there's something wrong with people. There is something really wrong with people online. Like I start to think that everybody kind of crazy online. There's some sane people like me, but I'm just like, why would you spend your time to sit there and try to have a political argument with me over Tinder? What? Swipe left, swipe right. Swipe left, swipe right. That's all you got to do. You don't like my profile? Swipe left. And move on. Why would you match with me and be like, yeah, something's wrong with you? I need a freelance PhD libertarian who was an hour away. That's what GSP, that's what you need. Girl, I ain't mad at you. I mean, I'm just like swipe left, swipe right, and move on. There people put all kinds of things in their profile that I'm just like, whoa, that I may not like, I may not agree with, but I'm just like, okay, there are black men online who are like, I don't want any black women. Why would I match with this black man and be like, you don't like black women, blah blah? Like women, we don't do shit like that. We just like, okay, move on. If I put in my profile that I swirl, I'm diverse. I've had black men match with me talking about, yeah, well, you being a black woman, man, shut the F up. Like, really? You match with me to tell me about being black? Bitch, I had those kind of people. It doesn't happen very often. I don't have that, but I have had. But I'm just like, you would match with me just to tell me about some shit about being black when I damn well know when you don't know anything about me, anything I've been through, the things that I fought for. I was out there protesting. Like, don't tell me. I'd come back to somebody. I'm like, I used to be a protester. Hey, Aylin. Oh, you have an anime. What anime is that, Aylin? I love anime, by the way. I'm an anime person and a K-pop person. Hi, Aylin. I want to know what anime is that. What is that? That's not Witch Hunter Robin, is it? Trying to figure out what anime character that is. Y'all got sidetracked. But I was like, don't match with me just to try to tell me something. And then on top of that, I feel like I'm a grown ass woman. Like I'm a grown woman. I'm entitled to like whatever I want to like. And people are entitled to whatever. I don't get offended. Why do men feel like they gotta be pressed about your decisions? I know women out there. I know a few who decided never to date. They're not gonna date. They're happy being single. I've had men make comments when I'm like, I'm really happy being single. I'm not pressed to be with somebody. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, yeah. Girl, Jujutsu Kaisen is my shit. Cause I was like, is that the girl with the hammer? With the hammer. I'm a Demon Slayer person. I have the swords and I'm a big Demon Slayer fan. I'm a big Chainsaw Man fan. We're sidetracking. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me have my anime moment, okay? I love Bleach. I love Demon Slayer. I love Chainsaw Man. Jujutsu Kaisen, I watched the first season with my daughter because we like anime. But we're watching Bleach right now. Oh, she's insane. Oh my god, yeah, for yes, yes. Is Nobara. Yes, yes. Um, I used to have a necklace. You know the guy, the character. I forget the name, but Jujutsu Kaisen, the guy that has the wolves. I have a necklace, a wolf necklace, because I like the wolves. My son and his girlfriend are really in it. I love anime. I'm sorry to sidetrack off my rant, but I really love like I'm an anime person. Like like next in June, there's Dallas Comic Con, and so me and my kids we dress up. Like I said, I'm a big nerd. I'm a big introvert. I'm a big nerd. We dress up when we go to conventions. Yeah, Megumi. Yes, yes, yes. I have the necklace. Yes, yes, yes. Like my kids, like my son, if y'all would ever see my son, for his birthday, we went to a Japanese spring festival and he dressed up uh as they my daughter and him both dressed up in as Demon Slayer. And then I have to get my costume because I plan to be the flame. Was it with the flame Hashima? I plan to be the flame one, so I'm gonna do that. And then Spy Family. There's a movie that came out, Spy Family, that my kids want to see because we just now got into that. My daughter really loves Black Clover. She watched the whole Black Clover series. Like she sat there and just watched the whole thing because my daughter likes anime more than my son does. Oh, you wish you were there? Yeah, we go to conventions every year. There's going to be artists there. There's going to be anime, sci-fi people. It's a huge thing. Like I like Baldur's Gate, and so the guy who does one of the voices in Baldur's Gate, Neil Newborn, he's going to be there, and so I'm going to pass out because I'm like in love with Asterion from Baldur's Gate. So it's a whole thing. Like y'all really know me. Like I'm real a geeky girl. So I love Baldur's Gate. I love anime. Like I said, Bleach is my ultimate favorite anime. I am a Bleach person. Like Thousand Year Blood War. I want to be a Quincy. I have a whole Quincy outfit planned for this convention. I'm gonna be a Quincy. So that's my thing. He's talking about Fabian said, please donate 1,000. Are you a scammer, Fabian? Are you a scammer? Are you a scammer? Oh, come on now. No, the scammers just showed up, y'all. The scammers like, we here. We're here with you, Kiki. Please donate. I got some crypto I want to say. Fabian, I got some cryptocurrency. Hi, King. So I tell people, I'll tell back to what I was saying, that I should be a scammer. If I knew it was this easy to get these men out their money, Fabian said hi. Hi, Fabian. If I knew it was this easy to get these men out this money, I'm a whole real person. If you want to pay money for me to talk to you and show my tiggle bitties, like I maybe be arranged for that. I have never in my life thought, because someone's like, have you ever thought about scamming dudes? Because I'm a real person. They're like, you're attractive enough. You could scam people. I was like, I don't have the heart in it to lie to somebody and then pretend that I like them and scam them. I don't have that level of diabolicalness. I know you're just kidding, Fabian. I don't have that level, but people are like, you could easily scam men. I was like, really? I don't have that level of like, hi King, have you eaten today? Oh my God, like you're so wonderful. Like I couldn't even type that with a straight face. Like my fingers would seize up if I would ever try to scam somebody. So, I mean, even though scammers, like I said before, they have stolen my pictures and they have created, I had a rash of fake accounts on Facebook that people have actually stolen my life and stolen my pictures. And I can't prove it, but they were probably scamming somebody. I wonder how far they got. But I mean, oh, my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god. You know my favorite character on Jujutsu Kaisen is the panda. It's the panda bear. The one that's the panda. I like the panda. Cause I like weird and obscure stuff. I like the panda. Give me the panda. I forgot the panda's name because I'm horrible with names. But that reminds me, I gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and we gotta finish watching Bleach. Me and my daughter. Has anyone watched Dead Boy Detectives? Has anyone watched that? Like, I'm just asking, just throwing this out to the universe. If you have not watched, like, I love Sabrina and Riverdale, and so I watched Dead Boy Detectives on Netflix, and it's really good. Yeah, yeah, I like the panda because I like cute things. So, but anyway, like I said, Dead Boy Detective. That's a sidetrack. If you have not watched Dead Boy Detectives, it's like our new obsession. There's a character on there named Charlie on Dead Boy Detectives, and it reminds me of my son. So Baby Reindeer, I have to watch Baby Reindeer too. But yeah, like I said, scammers have stolen my pictures, and I wonder how far I would get. Do y'all ever think about that? Like how far would I would get with scamming someone? I don't know. I don't have a heart that. But like I said, it's different between to me these victims. It's different between somebody giving somebody some money and somebody getting scammed. Like to me, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these people when they say, "Oh, I'm sick, I'm in the hospital," yeah, the scammer is lying. But I'm like, is it really a scam when you think you're helping out somebody and but they're lying to you? Like it's deception, it's lying. But I'm like, is it really a scam? Is it? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just now if somebody asking you to money launder or pick up packages, that's a scam. Or invest in crypto or Bitcoin, that's a scam. But if somebody's like, I'm stuck on a ship somewhere in the Atlantic, can you send me $4,000 to get a helicopter? I'm like, okay, that's kind of a scam. But then again, it's kind of like a gift. So is it really a scam? I mean, they're lying, but I'm just like, I guess my definition of a scam is more like a legal definition. Let's see your total. Have you seen? I love Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I watched the first season of Chainsaw Man. I have a keychain. There's with Ponchita, the chainsaw dog thing. I love cutesy things. Yeah, I love Chainsaw Man. I love Ponchita. I have a stuffed animal and I have a keychain that's over here somewhere. If you would look in my room, one day I'm gonna get up and y'all can do the tour. I have weapons all over my house. Like I have swords, I have lightsabers, I have all kinds of weapons all over my house because my kids they have not real weapons but fake ones of different anime. Like I have an Ichigo sword. I have a scimitar in my room. I have a keyblade from Kingdom Hearts too. I should show y'all my king. I'll probably let me take the camera with me. Let me. Hi. Let's do our impromptu tour since we're here. Since we've got off track and we've got off subject, because that happens on my videos all the time. So let's just go around. Let's go around the room. Let's go around the room. Let's just see what we got. Okay, so so here is my keyblade. This is my keyblade from Kingdom Hearts because I love Kingdom Hearts and I used to be a big video gamer. And this is my keyblade that I have sit up against my wall. Yeah, we're gonna do a tour today. Here is my scimitar. Yeah, because that's what I do. I have weapons all over my house, all over my room. Like we're just talking, just taking a tour. I okay, let me see where my leg. I have a leg brace that I need to put on because y'all know I messed up my knee. Let's see what else. What else do y'all want to see? uh, uh, let's go over here. Let's show you guys this. Yeah, y'all see my room. This is my artwork. This is won many awards. It's like it's in museums and stuff. So this is won awards in museums. La di da. That's one example of my artwork. One out of many examples. Let me come over here. Let me show y'all something else. Y'all see that? Another one. I'm a digital artist most of the time. How cute you are. I'm like, oh, y'all see me running. That's another piece of my artwork. Artwork all over my house. Y'all hear my kids screaming in the background because they're just screaming. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all a picture that I did because I do photography too. So it's not. We're just taking the whole tour today, y'all. We're just talking. We're just friends. It's friends now. Y'all friends, right? Um, here's my babies. That's my babies. Um, I did that photo. I do photography. Like anytime the kids want to do like, because okay, if you're a parent, those school pictures be expensive, y'all. Really expensive. And so like they charge $50 for like one picture. Like it was crazy. So I just started doing my own pictures. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on. Do y'all know what this is? Y'all see that? Well, GSP is like, is that a nursery? It's Gudetama. Gudetama. Everybody's like, what is Gudetama? Gudetama is a Japanese thing. My whole bathroom is Gudetama. Gudetama. Where's the cat? I don't know where my cat's at. He's out here somewhere. Let me see. Is my cat by the door? Because he'll run in. I have to teeter totter because I walk with a limp now. So let me see. Is my cat out here? Kitty? He's not here. Shh. Because he'll be by the door to my meow, meow, meow. But yeah, that's my Gudetama bathroom. Yeah, that's the one where GSP, you were so confused. You're like, what is that? What the hell is that? I was like, oh, that's Gudetama. You're like, what? Yeah, my whole bathroom is Gudetama. Like my shower curtain is Gudetama. Gudetama. So if you like anything Japanese, most people who like anime and stuff, they know what Gudetama is. So that's my wackadoo Gudetama. Look, he's a DJ. Look at this. Look. Look at him. He's a DJ. He's a DJ. I love Gudetama. He has a YouTube channel with like millions. Like it's a big thing. Like Hello Kitty, like it's a Sanrio, like it's Sanrio. Sanrio. From Japan, it's a whole thing. So that's what Gudetama is. It's a Sanrio up there with like Hello. The same people do Hello Kitty. Gudetama is a big thing in Japan. And so I love Gudetama. So, there you go. That's the mini tour. One day I'm gonna do a whole like real tour. A real tour. I'm gonna show this picture while my child is gonna get upset. She's gonna get mad at me. Wait a minute, my knee. Look at this. Wait. I'm gonna show y'all this picture. Look at that. Look at that picture. Those are my kids when they were babies. They did like an old timey picture. They hate it. They like, we hate it. I was like, no, you guys should look at my baby. Look at her. Look at her face. Look at that. I think it's cute. Oh no, she was so cute. Like, yeah, I paid like a lot of money for these old timey photos. And they hate them. They're like, Mom. They like, why do you have these pictures out? Like when they were little. And so I like any kind of old timey photo because I like history. And so they did those old timey photos when they were little. And it took my daughter forever to sit there. She wouldn't hold still. She kept throwing the teddy bear on the ground. But yeah, that's an impromptu tour of my bedroom. I have tapestries all over my bedroom. It kind of looks like the Middle East. Like, I want to be taken off to exotic places, whether they be Africa, the Middle East, someplace like y'all see my African posters right here. Because I like African stuff. So you'll see my African posters right there. I like art. I'm an artist, so I like art. But that's all I got to say, y'all. I spent most of my time, but I was just saying, look out for me. I'm still single, still out here trying to online date, still trying to do my thing. And it sucks, yo. It's trash. It sucks. And let me get my ring light. Let me see if I can reach my ring light. Oh, no. And I'm still trying to recover from my knees. So y'all again, y'all see me teetering around the room because I don't have my leg brace on. My favorite K-pop group is coming. It's coming to Dallas, y'all. I'm so excited. Yeah. My favorite K-pop group is coming and we're getting tickets. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have a great Sunday. I hope y'all ponder, y'all pray for me, hear me? Y'all pray for me. Just pray for your girl Kiki. Dear God, dear Jesus, Buddha, Allah, please let Miss Kiki find a man, and so she won't have to be dating her ex anymore. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Oh, let the church say amen. You will pray? Yes, y'all pray for me. Pray for me. Please let her find a man and have people online not think I'm a scammer. Amen. Pastor Peas and Carrots. Oh, I almost dropped y'all. Dropped y'all. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that's being here. Make sure you like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. This is my retirement for a little bit, not retirement, but I won't be doing any more videos for the next couple of days because I'm tired and I got stuff to do. And I'm supposed to have stuff to do today. And look, it's been an hour and 40 minutes that I've spent with you lovely people, which I don't mind. And I have, like I said, y'all take a look at my other channel, which is Nomadic Kitty. I will put links to my other channel in the description. Take a look at my other videos that I posted. I did post another video about scammers and the statistics of scamming and what the real numbers say, and not people's narratives, but what real numbers say, and what the numbers have to say about how many people are scamming, who is getting scammed, what's the demographics of scamming. I did a video of that last night, did live last night. So make sure y'all take a look at that and run my numbers up. And so other people can be brought to the channel, and then other people cannot get scammed and learn about what's going on. Like I want the word to get out there. I want y'all mothers, cousins, brothers, uncles, kids. Again, like I said, they're out here scamming young people. You young people out there, be careful on Twitch and Discord. And my son gets messages from people in his Discord group that he don't know. And I'm like, honey, how do you even know this person is 16? You don't know this person. You don't know how old that they're claiming to be. So, the people targeting our kids online are not just pedos. They're all kinds of people. So, don't just think it's people trying to hit up your child for something, something nasty. They're hitting our kids up for money as well, and gift cards and Steam cards. So I just tell people just to be careful with who you talk to online. Make sure you put your stuff on private. Y'all don't be having these public accounts unless you're not really unless it's for your business or something like that. Now, if it's for your business, you can have it public, but to have a public social media account where you're putting pictures of your kids and your job and where you work, don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure you put the privacy protections on your account, and help your seniors and your loved ones to protect their accounts as well. Because I know a lot of old people, including my mother, who got caught by a scammer, that all of her accounts were on public. All of her accounts got hacked. She kept getting calls from scammers. I told my mother, I said, she's like, I keep getting all these spam, and people keep hacking into my mom lost so many Facebook accounts because people were literally hacking into her account all the time. And once she started talking to the African scammer, her accounts got hacked in. She started getting weird robocalls. Yeah. So once you get on a scammer's list, it's hard to get off. They have a list of emails. They have a list of usernames. They have a list of telephone numbers of people that they target. And so just because you've been a target and you've escaped, don't mean that 6, 7 months later, or even a couple of years later, they could come back and target you again. So you guys be safe. Don't give nobody no money. If they stranded, tell them to go call their mama. If they need equipment, tell them to go call their job. If they need somebody to move some money, tell them to call their brother or sister or their child or whoever. But don't bother you with that madness. And if somebody online is accusing you of being a scammer, I don't know what to do about that. I have yet any suggestions that you guys can offer. I'd appreciate, but I'm to the point where now I don't online date actively anymore. I'm kind of on a hiatus. I'm getting tired of being called a scammer. I'm getting tired of people being rude to me because they think I'm trying to sell them something, whether it be myself or something else. I just get tired of people thinking I'm fake. So I just kind of given up. I'll just go back to just dating my ex. I'm just gonna. Oh, you hear Kitty? Y'all hear Kitty at the door? You hear him at the door? Mom. It sounds like he's saying, "Mom, Mom, Kitty." He's at my door talking about. Meow. Sounds like he's saying, "Mom, meow, Mom." But anyway, I'm finna go get me some iced coffee. I'm finna take off this hair, take off this makeup. I'm finna rest. Y'all know it's been a long day. When I put on makeup, for y'all. Y'all know it's gonna be some bullshit. Y'all know it's gonna be some ish when I put on makeup for y'all. So um, but that's all I gotta say. You know, y'all stay safe out there. I'll come back and do more videos. I think my next video I'm gonna do about military scams and how the lies that people tell about the United States military and how it's fake and how you guys should know this. Or I'll do one about the banking industry because I worked in the banking industry and I just got to tell you guys that the things that people believe about banks are so weird and banks don't work. People don't understand how banks work and how banks do things with accounts and the things that these scammers say is so weird, so strange sauce. But I appreciate everybody being here, listening to me ramble on. And so, you guys have a great Sunday or a great day wherever, whenever you're watching this, you have a great day. And that's about it. Bye. Stay tuned. Kitty, no.